Something we might be able to work with. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find a place in the woods for your phone to set up on. Alright, we'll get after it. This is with Stevie's new chain grinder. And the drag touched up on the chain.
Well, hi everybody, we're going to try this again. I just did a recording and it come out with a bunch of digital reverbs. So, after thinking I just yacked with y'all for about 10 minutes, it turned out that no, in fact I did not properly yak with you guys for 10 minutes. What we're doing, we're in the pine. We're testing out Stevie's chain. He's all proud of his chain. I've been hard at. Now I ran for the past I ran this thing for 3 years. And the way I ran it is I had the DeWalt battery grinder and a regular grinding stone turned upside down, and that's what I touched my chain up with. Worked fine after you got used to it, but yeah, hindsight probably wasn't the right thing to do. It's like $450, I think Stevie spent on this. Had to spend on the Oregon grinder, and he was right. I was kind of hard-headed about it because I thought it was wasting money. Man knows how to file chain, you know, he didn't need it. But I think Stevie's right. Because the consistency of good cutting is just hard to beat with the thing. Look at it, I'm trying about all I got on this doodad. And that's a big white pine, by the way. Not big, but I mean, decent sized white pine tree. About all dinged in once. This white pine. Okay, bro, my chain of thought. Let me get back to the focus on the subject. Subject is chain's doing good. Stevie's been touching up on this grinder, and it's doing good. We touched the drags up this morning. You do got to play with the drag some with this rig, even when the chain's right, to get it. But it's smooth. It's smooth. It's aggressive. It's not chattering. It's doing a good job. I'm pretty proud of it, actually. And it's a good job, Stevie. But don't nobody tell Stevie he done good. And don't tell Stevie that I was wrong for being hard-headed. So don't tell him them things, because he don't need any reinforcement in his attitude. Okay, now what this is, I just throwed up here. This is a poplar. Now this poplar is growing up in these pines, and that's what we're kind of after, is the poplar. Now that's mostly going to be a pallet log, a long pallet log on the bottom, and then turn to pulp, I think, what that tree will end up being. We aren't in the pulp business. What we do is we bring pulp in. Okay, so here's what we do. Let me go. I'm all over the place. First off, this property has white pine growing on it. Reason for white pine is where I'm sitting. You're probably, and what you're seeing in the backdrop there, the white pine and then some red pine back, the little pixie sticks back there. What the deal is this property was probably farmed to death years ago, generations ago, and it lost all its nutrients. So it got to where it was eroding probably, and so what they do, come in here and they planted pine in it to stop the erosion and to start making the soil, the ground gets hot and it gets no nutrients, so what the pine does, they call it cooling down the soil and then add nutrients back. So the pine grows on it and it moistens the soil up, it covers the ground, so it cools it back down and drops needles and residue on the ground. So it gets the ground covered back up again, and then loosens the soil with roots, adds in, and it's always wet in the pine woods. So this extra moisture and stuff, all that stuff is what it is. Basically, is taking Mother Nature's ingredients. Of course, they're planted, but you're taking Mother Nature's ingredients and making it to where the soil is fixed again from the farming habits, and it's ready to grow back to the native timber. So, with all the stumps in the ground, that's holding nutrients and stuff in. So, I mean, everything is ready. There's another poplar there. See how it's peeling? It's bark slip season here. But anyways, that's what the deal is. Okay, now we bought the timber on this property. We bid on the timber for the hardwood grade lumber. Now them two poplars I got to hold up there ain't got much grade on them. They're too small yet, but they might have a little. But what happened is in this sale, they marked up this pine clear cuts because it's time to get the pine out of there and quit hogging up real estate because it's done its job. Now it's time to start growing hardwood back and get this woods back to growing money and not just passing by time, So what we come in and done, what our motive is, and two poplar right there, is we're going to do, this ain't what we was after when we bought the job, but we're going to utilize it. It was part of the bid. We bid on, it added to the bid too. But we'll take it in and we'll use that pine for crating. And it ain't a wonderful species for crating, but everybody will take it. So the pine is for crating, and then the small pine we'll bring in and stack as pulp. Like that stick right there, that's just pulp. Right there, that's a piece of pine, pecker pulp. And what we'll do with that is set it to mulch plant, and if we need it, we'll end up grinding it. We'll rent Luke's chipper and chip it for mulch, or with the way this year's looking, we're probably not going to need it. And if we don't, Luke probably come in and he can chip it up and he can sell it for paper. So for paper chips. So either way, the wood's getting utilized. Whether it be for us or for them, the wood's getting utilized either way. And we can sit there on the pulp. We can sit there on it for. In reality, with pulp that size, it's on top of the pile there I got a hold of. We could probably sit on wood that diameter for, probably 2 seasons. And it's pine, that's saying something. As in a pulp, in a log form, it's a storable product. Once you grind it, it's going to start, breaking down. But in a log form, it'll sit there if it's up off the ground and not rotting. It can sit there for a while and be prepared, and sit there and wait. So that's kind of what we use it for storable product. We use it for an insurance policy to make damn sure any customer that buys mulch from us is not going to run out of product, dealing with us. Because that's like the biggest, worstest thing you can do in the mulch business is run out of mulch. So, and we utilize it, so that's what's going on from our standpoint. But all the dimensionable wood, which would be basically 8-inch and up in diameter, you're pretty much going to see us use that for, look at, I got one stuck in my teeth. 8 inches and up, we're pretty much going to utilize that for crating. And then, of course, all the poplar and stuff, we'll try to saw some grade wood off and then use it, what's too low on it, for crating. Like it's, poplar, like the small one we're looking at closest to us in the screen here, you get down to 2 common on it. We saw 2 common, but it's not worth much more than pallet wood. But basically, we don't do 3 common or nothing poplar. It's too cheap. You can't justify it. Might as well just saw it in a pallet. And then poplar make good pallet. That's good pallet wood. So Other than what meat we can pull out of it, out of this clear cut for poplar grade lumber, the rest of it's all pallet wood, with the small stuff being for pulp and colored mulch. So that kind of explains where we're coming from. This was laid in here with the let me jump subject. See them two pieces of pulp I throwed up there beside a dimensionable pine log. See what I mean? See how small some of the pulp. Now I'm cutting some of the pulp out of the top. You know, I'm throwing over. You know, I'm not looking for extra pulp. It don't pay good enough to go for it. That's not what it's designed for. Pulpwood ain't designed to change hands. But until you probably put it in mulch, you know. Or you know, from Luke's standpoint, he made the investment to get a chipper and everything, so they can make a little bit from it. But mostly what they're doing is they're keeping their people busy. If we don't utilize it for you know, our product, they can make a little bit and they can keep their people busy. They give us a little bit for logging and bringing in storing it for them. But mostly it's just our insurance policy. To us, it's just mostly our insurance policy to make sure we never run out of mulch. I set that poplar log up there, and I want y'all to look at that when I get to swinging it around. I guess I'll take a minute here before I mess around with it. But I've seen that this poplar, when you take a property from nothing and you get its first round of trees in our area, the poplar just don't do real good. And you're about to show you here when this poplar log swings up there, you'll see. I think I'm going to grab it. Yep, it's shaking. Now they get mineral in, and that mineral docks great on that poplar. You get too much in it. And it don't take a lot, I don't think. I can't remember what the percentage is of mineral wood. But just wait, I'm going to throw these couple sticks of that's all pulp wood. I don't think we might cut a pallet log off the bottom of it, a long pallet log off the bottom of it, but mostly that's going to be chip wood. Let me grab this other stick and throw it up there. I know I throw it up there because I did it the last. There it is. Look at the mineral in the butt of that thing. See that purple? That's stress. That's basically what that is that's a tree that's stressed out. It's a tree that's not, you know, and what happens is that mineral, you know, it changes the color of the wood in there, and that it goes to dock in the grade. Now, usually it cleans up after you get off the ground a little bit, but not always. As a tree dies, it kind of gets minerally before it dies, but not that tree's dying, but at least it's struggling. It's trying to, you know, but once the ground gets fixed, the next round of poplars will come off of this property, will be good stuff, you know, or should be good stuff. That's all dimensional. What I got there is all dimensional wood. And that poplar tree I got a hold of there, it might make some FAS lumber out of it on the outside of the bottom two logs. But anyways, I'll shut up now. Move along. But tune in tomorrow. I got a good cutting video. If you don't care, it's a good one coming on. I think it's going to be really good. I ain't edited it up yet, but I think it's going to turn out really good. Oh, and I didn't do the live feed Sunday, but I will be getting a live feed coming, and I do got some stuff from some goodies from Cousin Joe and a couple of letters to read you all. But thanks everybody. Later on.
Okay, here we go. This is how it finished up, and it is beautiful. I love it when it goes like this, but we don't do clear cuts, so we don't get to do this very often. But there's the wood all stacked through there in drags, ready to go. Tops are all thrown off to the side. I drove across the top, see all the tops packed through there. And then here they're all set up in drags. Ain't that cool? Like I said, we never get to do this, so it's just cool. Now these scattered stuff will come back after later, but we don't want to. We're not in the pulpwood market, so we're not going to load ourselves up on it right now. We're trying to get sawwood.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the buttons and leave me likes, comments, stuff. Let me know what's up. And to anybody's wanting logger weight gear, go to loggerweight.com and help yourself at the shop there. And we got all that good mess, take care of it. And mostly just want to say thanks, everybody. Hope everybody has a good one later on.